Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My channel name is Namo Vlog. Today I am going to show you exhibition put up by my students of SST and Science department, and they have shown a great exhibition. I hope you all will like it. This exhibition is held in Roots Country School and I am really proud of my student. Let's get started.
Project is based on energy resources. So energy resources are those resources which is used to generate power in order to produce electricity. So here we are showing various means through which we can generate energy. So first is windmill, then biogas plant, solar panels, and dam.
So this dam is a huge structure that is built to control flood, to generate electricity and to provide water in the nearby areas. Then it produces electricity when the water is stored in the reservoirs. When the gates are open and water flow down towards the turbines, which rotates and convert mechanical electric energy, which produces electricity.
And talking about solar panels, so there are small cells in every panel which absorbs the sunlight and convert that sunlight into electrical energy. And this is also what we see.
What sort of a current do we get in solar? Is it direct DC or AC? It's DC. It's DC. DC because this is directly actually, but this has to be converted into AC. That's why we need to keep an inverter in between. We've got a live example happening.
इनको दिखा भी गए ना
Yes, sir.
इन्वर्टर्स लगे हुए हैं
Yes, sir.
जो आपको ऊपर बैडमिंटन कोर्ट से ऊपर है वो इन्वर्टर्स हैं जो चेंज करते हैं डीसी से एसी.
Okay.
Electricity.
First of all, I would like to tell you about the meaning of Cold War. Cold War basically means the war between the superpowers, which is not fought in the battlefields but in the minds of people. It is fought in this war is fought without the use of military and weapons.
The Second World War, the period of international relations started, and this period was known as the Cold War era. In 1945, when Allied forces defeated Axis powers,
Then after the defeat of Axis power, two superpowers came into existence.
both the superpowers followed different ideologies, namely communism and liberalism. USA followed liberalism, and USSR followed by both the superpowers. I will be telling about communism.
And I will be telling you about liberalism followed by US.
Communism believes in one-party system, one leader, and less rights to the people. In this, people have no private lands, and the economy was centralized.
Believes in multi-party system, equal rights to people, and there is decentralization of power and privatization of land.
इंडिया belongs to which part?
Then it was a member of NAM, which was belonging to neither of his. This was it.
Western European countries realize importance of cooperation in international politics. Plenty of effective steps taken by them to establish peace, security in Western states. First of them,
How European Union came into existence. First was the formation of OEEC, Organization for European Economic Cooperation. This helped Western Europe to cooperate among themselves in economic fields. Second was the Council of Europe. It was made in 1948. This helped Western Europe to develop political cooperation among themselves. Third was EEC, European Economic Cooperation. This was also made to cooperate in economies among themselves. Fourth was Maastricht Treaty. In Maastricht Treaty, it was signed by 12 Western European countries, and by signing this treaty, European Union came into existence. So euro, that is the currency of European Union. It can dominate dollars in 2040.
2040. And the importance of village
on Kelvin
which large number of people permanently concentrated in relatively small areas and forms these cities. The definition of cities changes from time to time according to development occurs in it.
And rural areas are those areas in which the population is less than 49,000. And according to 2011 census, population in urban area was 377.11 million.
And then 34.5% of population is in urban and 70% of population is in rural.
And if we talk about the difference between these two, so mainly rural refers to the villages.
And the urban refers to the buildings, the towns.
And the development in the terms of infrastructure in rural is very low. Like in cities, there are flyovers, buildings, schools, etc.
And urban areas are sparsely, they are densely populated.
And approx 75% of population are engaged in agriculture and lives in rural areas.
But why you made the rural areas so
Yes,
our
ma'am.
rural area?
Our road is also like this.
Ma'am, in Bihar
You
and those
correctly
sides.
identified the
तो
road
आज
though.
मिनिस्टर्स आए हो तो थोड़ा पानी डाल दें.
Very nice, excellent. Beautiful.
Represents distance and the species. So distance is basically the total part covered by a body, and its SI units are meters, and its physical quantity is scalar quantity because it has a magnitude but no direction. And distance is always positive, and distance cannot be zero because it has no direction. And if the object is in rest, it obviously will be zero.
Now displacement is the shortest path covered by a body from initial point to final point, like initial point is S and final point is here. An SI unit of displacement is meters, and displacement is a vector quantity because it
Morning. So this is a unit cell. A unit cell is the smallest repeating unit which is repeated over and over again to form a space lattice or a crystalline solid. Each corner of a unit cell is called lattice point. Crystal lattice is the 3D arrangement of constituent particles of a crystalline solid in space. For example, crystalline solids are NaCl, CuSO4, FeSO4, etc.
Unit cells are divided into two, primitive unit cells and non-primitive unit cells.
Now I'm going to explain the first type of simple unit cell. Simple unit cell is when atoms are present at the corner of the cell. Now you see only one atom present at the corner of the cell.
What is this acid?
Acid hydrochloric acid.
Dilute.
We'll put it in the test tube. And if we hold it, please, if we add blue litmus solution,
ओए आराम से.
छेद किया.
अच्छा
and
अच्छा.
change in color into red.
Okay. What does that mean?
That means that it is an acid.
It is an acid.
This is a base.
Which base is this?
Sodium hydroxide.
Sodium hydroxide.
If we put blue litmus solution into base, it doesn't change its color, it remains blue.
Can you show us?
What is this called?
This is called indicator litmus.
Litmus
It
solution.
indicates whether a solution is acidic or basic. And this is our litmus red solution. Red litmus solution. First, we will put it into an acid.
What is that?
This is a acid.
That's an acid. Okay.
Hydrochloric acid.
Could you be a little loud,
This
please?
is a red litmus solution. If we will put it into an acid, you can see it remains the same color.
Now, could you show it to us, please? It remains the same. Okay.
Now
हाँ मैं आपको कॉल करवाता हूँ 2 मिनट में.
put into an base. We will put it into an base. It will change its color.
Red changes to
You can see it is blue.
It is blue.
Now, we will explain an synthetic indicator. Phenol pathway.
You come
Is that it?
No phenol pathway. Good morning, ma'am.
Phenolphthalein.
Phenolphthalein.
No phenol pathway.
Phenol.
It's phenol pathway. So, let's start with an acid.
Just be a little louder, please.
Let's start with this. Let's
पीछे बेटे.
acid.
This is base.
Base.
Let's
Let
try
one
first it with the acid. This is HCl, as we all know.
अरे धक्का नहीं देना एसिड है
As we all see, the phenolphthalein is colorless. It only changes color when we add it to an acid or a base.
It turns pink. Deep pink. Turn to an acid.
Deep pink.
Magenta.
Magenta.
Now we will sodium metal. Now it's harmful.
It's harmful also.
This is sodium metal. It's a kind of metal, but it's very soft. So, and when it is exposed to air or water, it burns.
So where do we keep it then? So where do we keep it then?
Kerosene. This is kerosene. The liquid. Okay, so
मैंने एक बार क्लास में पटाखा किया हुआ है इसके साथ
and when we add it to water, it will burn.
It will burn in water.
Yes,
It will
it's
burn.
It burn on water.
Okay.
And it will burn till it gets to its low.
It will disappear.
And I'm Hari. We are going to present the alimentary canal, which is in our digestive system. So we will start from the upper part. So it is the nasal cavity which is present in our nose, and this is the buccal cavity which is present in the mouth. And these two cavities are attached in the food pipe called as esophagus, and this esophagus is directly connected to the stomach.
Wow.
And this is the largest gland in our body.
Which one?
Liver.
Okay.
So now Hari will tell you further.
As my friend Donald has explained you the half process of digestion, I will explain you the further process. So, let's start from the liver. Liver consists of a small organ known as the gallbladder, which the liver produces the bile juice, and the gallbladder sac called as gallbladder stores it. And let's start from now here. This organ right over here is known as the pancreas, which produces pancreatic juices. The digested food from the stomach is passed through this canal into the small intestine, and in the small intestine the process of assimilation takes place. The small intestine also consists of small finger-like projection known as the villi. The function of villi is to increase the surface area of the assimilation. Now right over here is the large intestine. In large intestine the process of absorption takes place. And this is the rectum and anus, where all the excretory waste is excreted. Thank you.
First we come to intercropping. It is a method of growing different crops in same land but in different rows. Example, we have grown maize in first row, second row mustard, third row maize, and fourth row mustard. Now Sarika is going.
So this is mixed cropping. It is a practice of growing crops in a mixed way in the same patch of land. The seeds of two crops are mixed before sowing, and advantage of it is it reduces crop failure. Now the Divisha is going to explain.
Crop failure.
Can we do this in orchards also? Can we do this in orchards or urban? Can we do this in orchards also? Next farm.
Yeah, we're doing it already.
No?
We're doing it
चेरी
already.
होती है अभी.
इसमें चेरी होती है,
Apricots होते हैं.
आलू भी
pear
लगाते
होता
हैं,
है.
मटर भी लगा देते हैं साथ में।
और potato भी होता है. Can be done everywhere. Yeah.
Menus are natural substance. Menus are natural fertilizer. They are bulky source of organic matter with
That atom is indestructible, but it consists of three subatomic particles: electrons, protons, and neutrons. So I'll be explaining the discovery of electron. Electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson by cathode ray experiment, in which he collected two metallic electrodes, and at very low pressure and high voltage, he passed a hydrogen gas through that cathode ray discharge tube. So when he passed charge the electrons, he saw that the way they deflect, the way they travel, and the way they get deflected in electric and magnetic field is similar to that which is shown by negatively charged particles. This implied that electrons are negatively charged, and their charge and mass was later calculated and found out to be 1.67 into 10 raised to power minus 27 coulombs, and their mass is equal to 1 by 1837th time of that of hydrogen atom, which is 9.1 into 10 raised to power minus 31 kilograms. And as we can see that it is a fundamental particle, so it does not depend on any other, we can say, gas, the kind of gas taken or the electron taken, and so we hence call it the first subatomic particle discovered, the electron.